people easily. And I think that is it. Yeah, yeah. So this is really short how it looks like. But the main thing about this assignment and what the client is looking for are interventions that will stimulate interactions within a company. So that might also give you some inspiration if you are going to work on this with your application company. Yeah.
How many people are part of this environment?
Yeah, that depends, because this is something that they sell to other companies.
They sell.
Yeah, so they use it themselves as well, and Netflix is a company with almost 50 employees, but they sell it to other companies as well. And for example, I interviewed a couple of users, and there was one user where there were, well, 400 or 300, 400 employees that used this. But they were also working on different locations, and then it was then the internet, of course, is really useful. So it depends on the organization.
But there is a pattern, something like yeah, maybe it's usual to have just 50.
No, it's not like a pattern. It's Netflix itself is not like a really big company. So the pattern is that their clients are usually also not really big companies. So, but that's not because of Hello Workspace, that's just because of Netflix. So no, there is not a real pattern. Other questions?
The interventions that we're supposed to create is for the online platform, or through the online platform to bring the experience, the engagement to the offline?
That's up to you.
Okay.
You can also think about offline interventions that will make sure that people will return to the online platform. So it has to be connected to Hello Workspace, because that is the kind of like the intranet. So what can you organize both online as offline to make sure that this platform, so the online platform, comes to life?
And the application is personalized, like if there's a health service company, something they can customize.
Yeah, you can customize it a little. Yeah, but it still stays like Hello Workspace. So Hello Workspace itself also stays kind of like recognizable. So you can personalize a little bit with colors and that kind of stuff and a logo. But the features on it, they stay the same, and the order also stays the same. Yeah. Clear for now?
Yep.
Yeah, let's have 3 groups, and let's have between 25 and 30 minutes to come up with something. And I want to ask you to use a big piece of paper and write down as much as you can, because then I can easily give it to the client as well. And you can see that you work really hard. Yeah, so let's start with that. 25 or 30 minutes, depends a little on you, of course.
That's the one? Yeah. 3 and 3.
When is she leaving? name of the company?
Netflix.
Netflix or Netflix?
Netflix.
Like
Vlees.
Oh, it's
Netflix.
not
please, like meat in Dutch.
Yes. And Netflix is a retina. Or part.
Oh yeah, I
Which
thought
language?
it's three groups, but I think one group.
But fleece is meat.
Yeah, that fleece is the retina.
Yeah, so maybe we just
Wait. Is it Netflix or?
Oh,
Netflix.
yeah, but we can get paid for it.
Not Netflix.
So that's no for the groups.
Netflix.
Oh, yeah. So I think
No, Vlees, like Vlees.
Ah, these.
Yeah, that's Vlees. V-I-E-S.
there are four.
It's Netflix.
So I think there are missing. Let's start anyway.
Ah, no, Talita!
Not this, you said.
Yes, she knows.
Yes, she knows.
Net. Vlees. Like trees. Vlees.
Ah. Yes, she knows.
Yeah.
Yes. We are one.
She really knows.
Okay.
Food.
Anyway, naturally. Ah, but. So,
I think they should create
okay.
a space for events.
Bye.
And also for to update, to put news related to something.
So you have two new members.
Okay.
Workspace.
And a workspace. Yeah.
There we go. Shall we brainstorm with post-its?
Why are you looking? Maybe we can write these.
These. I told her, not Vlees,
Maybe
like
we can
trees.
write here.
Yeah, okay.
She did.
Okay, so interventions to spark more engagement in the social, in the Hello Workspace
I like
platform.
when platform has some content. Interesting content.
I like to do debates. For example, like share
This is dangerous. Yeah.
I also think this is dangerous. It
for the
depends.
workspace.
Yeah. Because it's a work environment, right? So remember that we
But we can
disagree.
put, but we can put, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We can just put
We
like
can.
brainstorm.
Actually, that's essential for modern approaches, like to share the information and to listen to each other.
Dialogue.
Yeah, but debate is not dialogue. Debate means I want to be the winner.
Yeah, true.
Okay, dialogue.
Also, dialogue space.
So
Yeah.
we can brainstorm on this side, and on this side we align the final ideas, right?
Space for dialogues. I like news in some way.
Yeah, you can write.
Not
No.
news like the journal.
I don't know what
the content. Content in some trends, some content.
Quizzes.
What?
Quiz is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the playfulness. Ah, remember there is in Irish pubs. Usually you have like the
pub
quiz night,
Oh
pub
yeah,
quiz.
that's awesome.
So could be like
Quiz leaderboard.
quiz leaderboard.
Yeah.
We can change the subject.
Yeah, the one who is the smartest in the quiz and who has the most of the correct answers, he will be the first in the leaderboard.
Like Candy Crush.
Yeah, and in the company everybody will know that in this week he was the best in the quiz of, I don't know.
Every week we can have a different subject.
Okay.
But you need
Okay.
someone to.
So could be could
This
be
is
like
double Z,
quiz
right?
space.
Quiz space.
Quiz space.
Is double Z or not?
My sister's company, they also
Yeah, I use like the Z as the
Quiz space, quiz
and
space.
it's missing a P
they just choose
and,
one
and
topic.
then
people once a month, twice a month, I don't know, events in some way. Then you can engage people to do things offline.
Internally at BUas.
Yes. Internally, but you can like arrange dinner, lunch, or something. What makes you be interactive in a platform or something?
We have something that is called the wall.
Well, there is no.
It's you can come.
This is a healthy competition. You're not obligated, but it's still a competition.
So
Yeah, I don't really like original.
Maybe like voting. At work, we have this event every month, and it's for customers as well. But then they can decide what kind of music they want to hear during the night. So they get to pick.
Here, guys.
Yeah. Come on this side. Yeah.
Field trips?
Yeah.
none of these.
Group trips.
Work, oh, events too. Okay.
Yeah, I put everything for the event.
Okay.
I was thinking about voting, for example, to change something in the
Projects. Maybe some space, but yeah, to give suggestions as projects, but this is also dangerous because if you
Like
can,
skills. You could run a session sharing a skill that you have. Like I'm good at painting.
workshop.
Yeah, so I'm gonna run a painting session for who is interested in.
Or a workshop there.
Maybe they can decide who to do what by voting, you know? Everyone posts, okay, I have idea about that and this, and whoever has the most votes.
You know, it's.
Like the Breda
Yeah, like
municipality.
I don't agree with you because if leaders and like managers involved in the group work, it's not going to be agile anymore. Because
Yeah, it's
like
depending
when
on the
group is
culture
working,
in the company.
no, but when group is working on a project, group decides like who's doing task and how to assign the different task, right? So if you start voting, in this voting also manager and the lead, like, and boss will participate, right? And they will also have the voice. And I don't think
But
that's
this is
good.
not a work project.
Yeah, it's about an idea
Parallel.
for new thing in the
Yeah.
company, you know, new workshop or
Oh.
change of something.
Yeah, because you cannot.
Like Plan Breda, the platform, for example. Whoever has new idea for something, or new workshop or whatever.
For new idea, I think I think it's something that we definitely have to do, but they have to think about later because when you create some expectation and you don't do anything with that,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
But
have
then
to act
yeah,
on this
yeah.
after that.
And then, but as it is for a lot of companies, the companies can
They can
decide.
decide if they want this or
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
If they are not going to do something
Then you
after
don't-
this,
yes.
take it.
Yeah, they lose the role, the whole.
But this can be really helpful for stuck companies that don't have any new ideas what not to do in the company.
They can also, for example, HR space, which gonna, so HR space, it's, and like each employee, they will have their information, for example, how many holidays they have and how many vacation days they have or how many sick days they have in the year and so on. So all the information what you need to know. about
One
your-
space, H&R information,
Yeah.
personal information,
Yeah,
where
this
you
is
just you
Yeah,
can
it
have
might
access.
have. Yeah, it might have, but yeah.
Personal information.
I was wondering, like, for this space for new projects, could it be like, tell me something I don't know?
Yeah, could be everything, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but in this space can also workshop, and exactly what you just said. Yeah, okay, I have an idea, I want to run a workshop about blah. And then people will go there and vote and join.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is not here, right? Or is this?
Yeah, it can be like a subtopic of this space. One can do it for workshops, one for new ideas, what to happen in the company, like to change something.
Yeah, but this is, I think it can be here as well, because then later if you transform this project, a fixed project, then it's just one more event.
Yeah, I meant that it can be in the same place, but just like different subtopics where you can go. For practical things like workshops and skills.
I don't know what is this. Schedule.
I look like this.
So that you can choose.
Schedule for what?
I would, if the boss would be
The boss should be
so
able to
if they want to
go
use
there.
my boss or schedule will be available on the blind.
Like
they have
meeting.
They have birthdays, right? Sure. Yeah, they have.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Just
actually show like
Yeah, who has birthday?
today.
Yeah.
It's, there is a tacht.
But this is good because then you can put all your
Yeah, we could have
meetings and everything else there.
on that, like, okay, what is the result, who win, who lost, how
I
much.
guess we could go crazier. We're just
Today
like really
we're gonna have a match,
simple.
today we're gonna have a match.
You know,
This
like-
one and this one. And what do she blah blah.
Could be something
I know.
similar.
I was thinking about something more funnier. Just to chew when you are on that, for example.
Meme space.
Yeah,
About
something,
coworkers.
something funnier, yeah.
Joke space.
Yeah.
So everybody can post their memes or space, like jokes or like fun situations.
About yourself.
Yeah, or even, make a
Yeah,
pictures
because if
on
I don't like
Photoshop
you
of
and you
someone
go
from
there
the
and you
company.
do this, I will not like.
You can
But then it's allowed for the company to have
Friday,
an online bullying space.
Yeah.
So,
This is not fun.
no. Yeah. But then you have to accept because you're allowed for the company. Okay. You go with costumes.
Hmm?
You go with
What
costumes.
about job rotation?
Crazy Friday.
What about job rotation?
Oh, I like it.
This is nice actually. It's the chance that you have to
Like training?
exchange experiences and also to put yourself to empathize with someone else. Like for instance, you are for the finance and I'm struggling with the finance area that doesn't release my budget that I want to work on my marketing area. So why not we have a job rotation and then I can put myself on your shoes and see what is the hard part that you're not releasing my money.
Yeah, that's
This is nice.
The
And you know
eternal
what we
conflict
can
between
do?
markets and financial.
Yeah, just
Like we can have space where we match people with almost the same skills. For example, she knows the finances, I know the finances, and you don't know the
or
finances.
interests,
Not interest, but if Claudia is working like for a project and she's missing because she's sick, so her coworkers, like her team members, they can just see who has similar skills as Claudia and ask me to help them.
people who work there, so we were
Did you get what I said?
industry information
But
in our
yeah,
workplace.
they will be working together, right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna help them with the project in that
Yeah,
day.
that's good. But in
Okay.
that we share some related
But
like
in the
design
company it
or
wouldn't
technology,
be like
different
well known.
industry information or news
Anyways,
because
It's not really well known.
our coworkers
Because,
can
like,
know the latest information.
I don't know, like when there is like more than 30 people, sometimes even, for example, in IT companies when there's like more than 30 people don't know each other because most of the code writers, they don't really leave the room. Or they don't really leave their table, you know, they don't really interact.
if they work in an agile framework, they do. They have the daily, they have the
Yeah.
review, they work
Yeah.
in squads, they
But
have to
still,
interact.
they are really extroverts. A lot of people are extroverts, so we really need to.
Introverts.
Yeah, yeah.
The latest
We really need
industry
to.
information.
I don't know. That's
Okay.
I have another suggestion, like the buddy. You can create space to have your buddy, work buddy. Then
To onboard you in the company.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did do this for yeah. Buddy onboarding buddy or something like this. Yeah.
Because they have the new stuff, but they don't have the new one.
Yeah, so yeah, onboarding buddy for the new stuff. Okay, that's cool.
We have the every day you need to do a Photoshop and a challenge one like developers day. Everyone needs to Photoshop like the whole staff in.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's great. And farewell to the colleague meeting. With better means, we started a group.
Okay.
Oh, challenges. Like, not just events, but like challenges about teachers. Like, let's this month, you can upload your teacher's link to, no,
Like a meetup with
so you have this kind of prize.
Or make it useful for practical situation. Like, I'm struggling with a customer that I don't know how to do because he's stubborn. So someone can back me up here and give me, yeah.
Space for challenge. Maybe personal challenges or maybe no personal. I mean your personal professional challenge. You are struggling with the customer. Like, or maybe the company can help and also put some nice challenges like.
I see. Yeah. So it would be a challenge board.
Challenge board, yeah. Maybe different categories.
Sharing their interest.
Yeah.
Introduce themselves and what is their interest. Like, I like cooking and maybe people like cooking. They know.
literature review.
Tomorrow I have to work on my third chapter.
Just short profiles, doesn't have to work what you like. Colleague profile. So what's like, what is your colleague?
The challenge board that she was mentioning.
Oh,
I was just what they like, what they speak about.
Okay, shall we work on a funnel?
You know the television program.
is that it?
Is that what?
Is that it?
Yeah, the Dutch.
Okay.
Well,
Okay,
it's a really popular program, and there you can.
well, we can make like a sauna day.
I don't know the program.
There is always room for improvement.
Best.
Okay, let's go.
You see, now it's time.
This is the dirty space.
Once you start like saying bullshit, okay, it's over, the break's
It's over.
over.
Dirty space for Talisa.
Oh my
Share
goodness.
recipes
Okay.
about
There are a lot
candy,
in
cake, and then even
Yeah,
you
can't wait.
next people.
There are a lot
And
here
then
as well.
even
We didn't hear
inspired
yet.
Yet.
organization of an
Yet.
event.
But
you have gone to
of
many
baking. So yeah, sometimes
Well,
those small things because I
I've
really
been,
say
well, the
like
last
share
one
interest
was,
and that kind of stuff.
was in a
Those things
thermal
can really help and inspire
space with lots of different thermals, but also with this private sauna. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, really? But in Amsterdam, there is one big sauna in the small. Yeah, what's really weird because the guys, I got like suddenly I got in this street, and a lot of guys were like queuing. And then I saw a little door, everything in black, and with a board saying like sauna gate. And I said, that's cool. But yeah, just guys.
You also go meeting.
But we don't have this.
Of course, we do have, but but it's just most of them are gay songs.
Oh yeah, it's not like something that you go with the family, with your friends,
No,
that
you go
that it's
for
No, yeah, but not. You're not only.
See,
Right?
this
You are
is
not only. Or are you?
Yeah, it's usually our guys going to hook up and fuck. It's like the relationship, the offline thing.
sexual.
Actually not Tinder.
Oh, really?
Like, it's not for
It's the offline grinder.
really.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's why when I saw Sona here, I was so excited because it's different, something like. Really.
Okay.
Anyway,
Let's go back.
so shall we came up with some categories?
Maybe blocks to put the
Some building blocks, right? Okay. So let's make a quick
Almost.
review. So we have have here space for dialogues, right? What is this? New trends in content.
So it's gonna be like some, for example, timeline, which can show the news and what's the trendy. And for
Like you
example-
can invite someone for a coffee. Good. Well, I would like
No.
to have a coffee, and
No,
can we
no.
talk about?
No, it's like
So you
news.
have
For
7
example,
minutes left.
Elon
7
Musk,
minutes.
like invited news.
Okay, so
like-
why I cannot start this dialogue in a coffee?
You have 7 minutes.
Instead of, let's talk about Elon Musk. Well, let's have a coffee, and by the way, the topic for this coffee could be Elon Musk.
Yeah, you can do
And
that.
then you create something, create an
Yeah, but
engagement.
some are different things.
Those are different.
Okay, so but you didn't get this point.
Oh, I thought they were together.
No, guys, think of, for example, or something like a harder business. Why you go there? You go there because they are always putting something interesting content. And you go to see what is going on.
Yeah.
So you
And
mean
then if you
offline?
were
Okay,
in
so it's different
an IT
things.
space,
Online. Dialogues. It's online.
it can be online, it can be
Yeah.
offline.
For example, like, I don't know.
Quora.
Yeah.
Okay, so but could it be like a program to like? Do you want to have a coffee? So the task is you set an atmosphere, you invite someone, and you pick a topic, and you have like 15 minutes to talk about something. Okay,
Oh, like it's kind of like speak your lunch club project.
yeah, with someone that you haven't been in touch, like in order to get to know your coworkers.
You could make this like blind date. You just put the subject and the people go there.
Yeah, and someone
Keep yeah.
matching, like
Yeah, and then
matches.
I don't know who it's gonna be.
You put like the time that you have, the topic that
And
you
you-
are
it's a
interested
blind.
to talk. Yeah. Maybe like you want to have a different view on this topic, so yeah, could be nice.
And you can win something or just.
And the name is like, shall we have a coffee?
Online? Yeah. Offline date is online.
Oh shit, yeah.
Offline.
Watching
Bieber.
Still with camera off.
Really?
By the way, we did
Like
one like
Okay.
Laura and Buzz without camera, just speaking through Skype. It was so much fun.
Fun?
Yeah, you speak like you're talking to your laptop and you're having a discussion.
Like you were making stories or Instagram.
Oh,
Never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes it can be bad.
Oh, this is fun.
I'm thinking
the events, quiz, this quiz space, the onboarding buddy.
This can be the same, like united.
Okay, like a
Entertainment
session.
yeah.
What's here?
Challenge borders. You are struggling with something, and you share your challenge, and a co-worker can help you out.
So those can be united as well.
Oh yeah.
We didn't go crazy. No. Yet.
Where did these questions
Go over
Well, I
a
had,
lunch in a make so.
I had a coworker, and she always went to swinger clubs, and she always invited us. Swinger.
Would be that appropriate.
I've been asked once too. Nothing.
That's really interesting. Yeah, you see, there is always someone interested.
Why not?
But was she married or?
Yeah.
With a swinger.
Supervise the financial
Swing sundress.
courses to their employees to help them to plan their retiree life.
No, but swing is also
Also teach
dance.
them how to do investments and then don't really need to count out the
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, I thought swingers.
Okay,
like
great. Quiz space, challenge board.
So 1 minute. What? 1 minute.
Yeah, not that's but partnership. This is a difficult word to write.
Also for you, 1 minute.
That's right.
Now challenge board and
You are
Here.
so immersed in this.
Yes,
science.
yeah, throw here.
yeah.
You don't even react to me. But did you hear 1 minute?
1 minute.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard it.
No, you said, but such a long time ago, right?
No, but I shouted out a couple of times 1 minute.
Okay.
And then no one responded.
Yeah, this is how we're working.
That's good. That's good. That's a good sign. I like that.
Now this.
or ideation board
Yeah, she put it here.
or brainstorming board.
Yeah, brainstorm.
The challenge board, onboarding buddy, and cross-training job rotation.
Okay. And matching the skills.
Is it this one?
Don't kill my.
No, I'm
Yeah, she has a very good thing to teach you.
Kill my brother.
Yeah, she helped me.
Get out.
first week.
Yeah.
Kill him with the donut.
Okay. What else do we have?
The H&R space. No? This they already had.
What do you want them to do?
Yeah, but she added milestones for employees, like for how many years they have been in the company or something like that.
We had that. We always made fun.
Okay.
And HR space.
You know.
1
Oh
minute.
yes.
Not 1 minute anymore. So we are done.
Yeah.
So let's
Yeah,
return
we're
to our
almost
seats.
Where are the
Yeah.
events?
Maybe you could also join us again.
The events. We don't have the events.
Here.
Events. And the quiz space is also here.
Events. You can read events like that.
You
and
stopped the recordings, right?
No.
Oh no.
So,
Oh, it's still on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it possible that you send me the link?
Yeah.
yeah.
Your personal,
Because,
your
because then I can
personal
also send it to
information.
the clients
Just for
to
you.
their workspace and they
Your
can see it.
users.
That would be really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be really nice. Oh, okay. So yeah, let's. Oh, didn't you? Never mind. Are you ready to present? Because then you might start if you want to. So are you done now? Do you have the attention for the other group? Yeah. Okay, so I heard. So let's present to each other.
If you want to use it, maybe they have content.
Oh yeah. Could you go to the front of the room? Because I heard that the lines are still on. And when I have the link, I can show it to the client. It's much easier than only giving him the papers, and he can also see it himself. So then you have to be here, I guess. Over here.
No, just
The camera is. Where's the camera? There. Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Then it's best to stay here.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead.
Yeah, how do we start? I just wrote down a lot of stuff, but just a bit all over the place. So I will just pick out a few things that I actually know, and then please add, because I'm not going to do everything. Yeah, one of the easiest one that we had, one of our first ideas was about desk decor. We had, for example, to introduce small challenges like, hey, build something with paper clips and then share the results. And just also to stimulate a bit creativity and just to disrupt the everyday working life a bit. Then I also see, choose your own plan. So we had also the idea, hey, why don't you just get with your employees to your store, and every employee is allowed to pick his own plan for the office. The boss has to pay. But then, the employee can really choose its own decoration for the working space, also a plan that belongs to him, and it's also very good for the climate in the office. And then we also have, vote for the painting. We heard something very interesting from Nienke, where they had a company where they could choose the color of the walls. And they actually painted new every month. So wow. That's quite frequently. Maybe if you just do it once a year or twice a year. Also very interesting to just give a totally new vibe to a room. Also a very big topic was food. We were just talking about it and everyone got quite enthusiastic. So one of the ideas was the Friday special. Maybe if the company has a canteen, they can vote for the dishes that they want, maybe 1 week in advance, like, hey, do you want a pizza day or a pasta day? And people can vote, and on Friday they have the special. We were also talking about co-creating the lunch. Maybe people can just bring stuff and have like a very big table with all different stuff that people bring where they can eat together, and maybe even if it's possible already cook it together, so that they just bring the ingredients and decide about the menu. Guys, help me out.
And we have some co-creation section to co-create the identity of the company. For example, they can have the quote for the day. So each employee, they can come up with their own quote for the day, but it will be visualized on the platform. Or they can have the meme of the day, or they can have the GIF generator. So they actually generate their own GIF in their own office, or they can create their own music playlist. So this kind of co-create to create their own identity.
Yeah, we're also thinking about maybe a map, so they can invite. So we're going to this bar on Friday, so everyone can just add a comment or something, and they meet there.
Oh, and there's a really nice one that we can give feedbacks to each other, and each employees will have their own words cloud on their wall. So we collect the different feedbacks from all my colleagues.
Yeah, the word cloud.
The word clouds.
We want really to have a word cloud virtually on the platform where other employees can add just one word about the employee, and he or she can then see this word cloud, with feedback, one word feedback from other employees.
And also we have a profile, like a profile board for everybody. That's just tell like what is your hobby, what do you like about. So people can read, and when you don't have anything to talk in the workspace, you can come to talk. Okay, you like this, I like it too, to share common.
And we also have an achievement board, but it can be with ranking, but with more interesting title, not the traditional one. So it can be, I don't know, just interesting one.
And welcoming video for the new employees who come. We already know that he or she is coming. We just give a welcoming word or something, the video on the platform.
And also like a birthday party or a farewell party for the employees who are leaving the company.
A lot of ideas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. A lot of ideas. What is your, yeah. Let's, what are your questions, or what are your comments, or your feedback?
I like the word cloud. I like the choose your own plan.
And you also have a proposal to add on your welcome what?
Welcoming
Welcome
video.
video.
Yeah, the welcome we can put with the body, the onboard body. Yeah, we can combine some suggestions.
Oh, with yours.
Yeah.
That would
Combine
be
suggestions.
nicer, yeah.
Yeah, but the feedback, definitely, I really like the one-word feedback through the platform. We could really like engage.
Yeah.
Because we love to know what people think about ourselves. So.
Yeah.
And also about the profile, because we see these kind of things happening. If people are a bit communicative, but sometimes, okay, I like to swim. Yeah, I like swimming, but you don't know that she also likes.
No, exactly.
And you can do things together.
Yeah.
This is really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is not something that is on Hello Workspace, but when I was there at Netflix, they actually have two platforms. This is one, and I don't remember exactly the other one, but exactly those things that you are mentioning now were happening on that other platform, and it really works. It really made people more bond with each other and create a bigger engagement towards each other, but also towards the company. So I have a question. So, for example, the challenges that you had and like the color on the wall, those are things that you post on the online platform then, I guess? Like a poll for which color, and the challenges are this and this and that, and then it will happen offline. Yeah. So that is really nice, I think, to make sure that there is a connection with online and offline, that it's not only happening online, because for me personally, I cannot imagine that it really creates a bond or engagement if it's only happening online. But yeah, sometimes you're just limited because of boundaries and locations, and then it has to happen online. But that's personal. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but for me, I think that is really nice in what you are doing here. Do we have other feedback for them? Nice ideas, right?
Yeah.
I really like the ideas. Sometimes they are like really small, but still could have a big impact. So I think when I asked the clients to give feedback, I think, because I was trying to stand in his shoes when I was listening to you, I think some of the ideas he would say, most of the companies are really busy, and well, like for example, do challenges and that kind of stuff. There is no time for that. But still, I think those things are really important, because it is also proven, there are people did research for that if you take a break, that you become more productive, and that you also because of the fact that you bond more with people. So but that was something, because I was standing in his shoes, I heard him say it.
Yeah, but the thing is, we thought about something that could be, we had this same thought.
Yeah.
Like, for they don't accept for some companies it wouldn't work.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
we said
Exactly.
that this is an option. You can give the option,
Exactly.
and the company can
Exactly.
decide if it fits or not.
Yeah, exactly. So you have to look at the ecosystem you are in. That's always really important.
But you need the option, be over-prepared and...
Exactly, yeah. So I really like the idea. So thank you a lot. Yeah, thanks, great. So, big expectations now.
It's a shame that we're not using the right blouse.
Yeah, it's really the same. Yeah, I told you yesterday.
Oh, something that I wanted to add on the last comments that you made, I suddenly realized that, is that a lot of companies, although they say they are innovative, they are still stuck in the traditional way of thinking. And like when the client would have had the feedback on that takes too much time, then you see the traditional way of thinking coming back, because that is really like short-term thinking. He isn't thinking at the longer term, at the visionary way of thinking. So in the short term, okay, it takes maybe too much time, but in a longer term, it could really make connections more stable and inspire people. So in the longer term, you could profit from it. So that is the thing that I.
Actually, I think we didn't put this here, but I think maybe your company could have an extra service, because they are selling the app. Yeah. But they can sell also some extra. They could hire some Imagineers. Then you offer the whole service, and then we go there to prepare people for the app.
Well,
the app will be just a tool.
Yeah, I will just give an addition. There are a couple of kind of like Imagineers working there, and what they do is they organize, because they are really organized in an Imagineering way of working, I think. They work with self-organizing teams, for example, and when there is a client, they have a design sprint. They organize a design sprint of a full week with a multidisciplinary team. The client is also there, and then together they brainstorm and using creative techniques. Yes. They prototype and they test it out with the target group. So it's a really good comment, and yeah, I guess the two people that are facilitating the design sprint, I had a lot of talks with them as well. I think they are really Imagineering-like, because they use the principles of design thinking as well. So yeah, especially in a company like ICT, you know, online things. Yeah, you need those creative brains. Yeah. So go ahead with your.
Well, we start like brainstorming some ideas, and then on this side is like we split in three topics that Claudinha will explain further. But I'm gonna just come up with some ideas that it's we thought about creating events that would engage people, like for online, for offline activities, like meeting up, like meetup, like dinners, lunch, or also in parallel of events. If someone wanna run a workshop or an activity who feels like entitled to, like painting classes or music classes or yoga or something, after the work time, yeah, this is good to mention. So yeah, the people could post, and who gets more like would be the one that would be running on the next week or something like this. The onboarding buddy, that it's like for new stuff. You have a buddy that will introduce you to all the departments and will help you out in the first weeks in order to make you feel welcomed. We have the challenge board, like if you are struggling with an issue, like in your daily basis, like I'm struggling with this client because I cannot deliver satisfaction. So who can back me up and help me to create a new strategy? We have quiz. Well, quiz is another one. It's like a boss or a director or anyone or internship could place like a question that it's related to the field of action of the company. And then this quiz would engage the whole company in order to co-create a dialogue within the topic. Well, something else to add in
the HR space.
The HR space as well, whereby you can look it up for your holidays, your wages, your extra hours working and everything.
How many 6 days you have?
Yeah, Exactly. What else?
Job rotation, did you also?
Yeah.
Oh, the job
I was
rotation.
waiting for that one. Because
Yeah.
I really
Which
like
one?
that
Job
one.
protection. What is
Rotation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one.
Your idea.
Your idea.
Yeah, job rotation is pretty cool actually, because it's a way of empathizing with other departments, and also it's a manner that you can understand how things work through different lenses. So instead of cursing the financial guy that don't release your budget, you can understand that he doesn't release because he doesn't have the budget right now, or something like this. So job rotation is good because you create a sense of ownership as well. So yeah.
And that part we did everything thinking what attracts us to be engaged in the platform. Then we came up with these ideas. Then we structure in some different blocks.
Yeah.
So we create space for dialogues. Offline space, we create the blind date. It's like we suggest there is a team, a date, and you can join in. But I don't know who I'm gonna meet. It's someone else that is interested in the same topic. We have also the find brainstorms partners, find your lunch buddy. Yeah, this is a part of the offline program for dialogues. And then we have also the online program for dialogues. That's a topic for not discussion, but dialogue.
Like Quora, for example.
Yeah, like Quora. You put some theme and then you can create this space to
be discussed.
And the other part is the fun category, where we include the quiz space, the challenge board, the onboarding buddy, the cross training, so different spaces. So the dialogue, the fun parts, the events that we can add events offline as well, the H&R block, and the rooster schedule block. So different blocks for.
Yeah.
And also I want to add, so in this fun part we also have matching skills space, but it's not like funny skills but more professional and experience-wise skills. For example, if one coworker is sick or missing, how can they replace him or her? So that's where they can go and see, like check.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. Yeah. Definitely. So what do you think? Do you have questions or feedback, comments?
I love the job rotation.
Yeah, I have to say.
We heard you saying it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we also want to put it
Yeah.
down. It's so cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
I also like the value because sometimes like people they are not into just going. They do their company. So it's really
A little help.
yeah.
I like job skill at the last one because I have a problem with my previous company. That I want to know about Excel or anything, but they don't have time. Maybe they find a time match to train each other for free.
Yeah.
I had this guy in my former company. It was the Excel expert. Everything I would ask him always. It was amazing.
Yeah, true.
It's good to know. Yeah.
I like the quiz one because sometimes the boss or the management they have different layers, but by using a really short and simple quiz, the questions that really can have some interaction-based, meaningful interaction with different management team
different levels, right?
Different levels.
Yeah, we thought about put things that make you be willing to go there every day, and then providing a lot of different approaches can reach more people in the company.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I totally agree. I also think it's important to have or to be prepared to different situations. So to have multiple scenarios and then choose what fits the context at that moment the best. Yeah, so it's good to have a lot of ideas and just see what is best for that moment for that organization. Yeah, and I also like the fact that you also did the online with the offline. I think that's really powerful. It's not only happening online, of course. So I think it's good to have both. Other questions or feedback for this group?
really like the way they make an idea because it's based on professional people ideas.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
good job.
Yeah. So the professionalism is still there, but I also saw the fun factor. I think that is really important as well. You can be professional and still have fun at the same time. So I think that is really good that you integrated into it as well. So yeah, I think it's both really nice. So I will definitely show him the link of this video. And I will say he can skip the first 2.5 hours and continue with the final part, because that is the most important part. So thank you very much for the ideas. I really think that they are valuable.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay! That was a good applause. Or was it for you?
For everyone.
For everyone.
Yeah.
This is yours, I guess.
Yeah, that would be nice.